Between 2012 and 2021, one person was lifted out of poverty in China every 3 seconds on average, which is considered a huge miracle. How did China achieve this? At the birth of the People's Republic of China, the government launched a series of reforms, such as the land reform. It also established the socialist system and liberated productivity, taking the first step towards poverty alleviation. After the reform and opening up began in 1978, China's economy has developed rapidly, and the government launched a planned and organized development-driven poverty alleviation throughout the country. By 2000, according to the poverty standards at that time, the number of impoverished rural residents had been reduced by more than 210 million as compared with that in 1978. In 2011, China adjusted its poverty standards for the third time. At the end of 2012, the 8-year battle against poverty was launched. This is regarded as the largest poverty reduction campaign in the history of mankind. In 2013, President Xi Jinping proposed the concept of targeted poverty alleviation. China built a national poverty alleviation information system, where a database for the impoverished population was created with detailed information of each individual. Besides, the government adopted the problem-oriented strategy. In the hope of fostering local development instead of just providing material aid, the government implemented different policies in different poor areas, including alleviating poverty by industries development, relocation, and eco-economy development. From 2012 to 2020, the Chinese government invested a cumulative fiscal funds of nearly 1.6 trillion yuan into poverty alleviation. More than 3 million cadres were dispatched to poor areas, and 1.1 million kilometers of rural roads were built or upgraded. In poor areas across the country, over 300,000 industrial bases have been established, and about 35,000 resettlement communities have been built. More than 9.6 million people have been relocated. As for those who used to live in poverty, their average annual per capita disposable income has exceeded 10,000 yuan. In February 2021, China declared complete victory in eradicating absolute poverty. Under the current standard, over 98 million impoverished rural residents and 832 impoverished counties have all been lifted out of poverty. Starting from 2021, the Chinese government has set up a 5-year transition period to consolidate poverty alleviation achievements. In 2023, the employment scale of the population lifted out of poverty in China reached around 33 million, exceeding the annual target. According to the International Poverty Line of the World Bank, since the reform and opening up in China started, 800 million people have been lifted out of poverty. The poverty reduction target of the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development has been achieved 10 years ahead of schedule, thus demonstrating the contribution of China's solution to global poverty alleviation. According to a World Bank report, the China proposed Belt and Road Initiative could also contribute to lifting 7.6 million people from extreme poverty.